Hello and welcome to another video where I will be solving GCE O-Levels Principle of Accounting paper 7110. Paper 1 is about multiple choice questions. So in this video, we will be looking at, or we will be solving the multiple choice questions, 30 multiple choice questions. And um, I would suggest you to watch it till the end to see how to attempt these problems in the actual exam. And you might also learn about some theoretical concepts. So let's begin. Multiple choice number one. A trader prepares financial statements, final accounts each year. So financial statements basically include income statement, balance sheet, statement of changes in equity, and then cash flow statements. What do these assist the trader to do? So we need to look for our requirement in this multiple choice one is what do these assist the trader to do? So all the financial statements, basically it's asking about how all financial statements help businesses or the trader. So it's basically asking how all financial statements help the trader. So option A, calculate the amount of owing to creditors. No, this is a balance sheet item. It can only be told from balance sheet. So this is not the correct option. Option B, calculate the cash drawings. Again, no, this is coming from balance sheet only. Check the bank statement balance. This is again a no because it will come from bank statement balance or balance sheet. Make decisions about the future. Yeah, this sounds very right. So the correct option or the correct answer to multiple choice one is option D. Multiple choice number two, which does not reduce owner's capital. So we need to look for option which do not reduce the owner's capital. So let's look at our options. Option A, business expenses paid using a personal check. Yeah, this sounds about quite right because because business expenses has been paid using a personal check. So no effect, no effect, no effect on capital. Check cash withdrawn from business bank account for personal use. Yes, this is drawings. So this would reduce the capital, reduce the capital. So it's asking for not. So option B cannot be the answer. Option C, goods taken from inventory stock for personal use. Again, this is drawings. So reduce capital. Option C cannot be the right answer. Personal expenses paid using business cash. Again, this is drawings. Reduce capital. So option D is incorrect as well. So the correct option or the correct answer for multiple choice 2 is option A. Multiple choice 3. A customer returned goods to a supplier. So a customer returned goods to the supplier. How does the supplier record this in his ledger? So they are asking from supplier perspective. For supplier, this is going to be a sales return. So this is a sales return. For supplier, it is a sales return. So immediately it's either option B or option D. You can eliminate option A and C and you are down to 50-50 option. So now you need to decide which one would be correct option from B and D. So this is a supplier received goods, so that will increase supplier's inventory, his inventory, and reduce the accounts receivable. So whenever you reduce accounts receivable, that's credit. So you credit the customer, and debit sales return. So therefore option D is the correct answer. Multiple choice 4. Which transaction is recorded in the purchases ledger? So which transaction would be recorded in purchases ledger? A similar question appeared in May, June 2010, paper 1. They asked about sales ledger in May, June 2010 paper 1. So in October, November, you see they are asking it from a different perspective, that is purchases ledger. So which transaction would be recorded in purchases ledger? Cash purchases, no. Check paid to a creditor, yes. Check received from a debtor, this would be sales ledger. Sales ledger. Purchase of non-current assets, this is irrelevant option, irrelevant to purchase ledger. So option B would be the correct answer for multiple choice 4. Multiple choice 5, which document may be sent by a purchaser to a supplier when damaged goods are returned? So a document, so it's asking about a document from a purchaser to its supplier for returned goods. So the effect of this transaction would basically be reduced accounts payable for the purchaser. Hence, it would be your accounts. If you want to reduce your accounts payable, that would be a debit. So invoice is not the correct option. Statement of account are not the correct option. So you can immediately strike C and D, so that you need to choose between A and B. Because it's accounts payable are going to be reduced by the purchaser, as he has returned the goods to the supplier back. Multiple choice 5. So the correct option for multiple choice 5 is option B. Multiple choice 6. Where is the total of purchases general posted? So it's asking about the total of purchases general. So where you would see, or where the company would post the total of purchases general. Credit, income statement, trading account, no, this is about net income, so not really right option. Debit, income statement, trading account, no, that's incorrect, because then this is more or less talking about expenses. Credit, purchases account, no. Debit, purchases account, yes, that is the right option, because purchases is an expense. Purchases is an expense of the company, and expenses have a debit balance. So the total of purchases account, purchases journal, would be debit purchase account. Hence, the correct answer to multiple choice 6 is option D. Multiple choice 7. Wine sold goods with a list price of 5,000 to a credit customer. So they have sold the goods on credit. The customer was allowed a 5% trade discount and a further 2.5% cash discount if the payment was made within 20 days. So what this question is telling me is that the customer received a 5% discount for sure, and then 2.5% cash discount would be received if the customer makes the payment within 20 days of the invoice date. How much did wine credit to his sales account? So this company or this person, how much this person will credit into his sales account. Since we do not have any information whether this 2.5% cash discount was availed by customer or not, we will just take into account the 5%. So the net payment or the net sales is 5,000 times 0.95, because 5% is the discount. 5% is the discount, and then you should get this number 4750, and hence the correct answer to multiple choice 7 would be option C. Multiple choice 8. The totals of discount columns in a trader's cash book were as follows. So there are discount columns in a trader's book, and there was $200 debit balance and $150 credit balance. Which entry did the trader make in the discount allowed account? So you see two entries here, 1 and 2. You see two entries here for and you need to determine which one is for discount allowed. Discount allowed is an expense of the trader, and would have debit balance. So that would be $200 debit. So option D is the correct answer for multiple choice 8. Multiple choice 9. On 1st September, the bank statement showed an overdrawn balance of 2015 A refund for insurance $74 and bank charges of $86 have not been entered in the cash book. What was the balance on the cash book? So it's asking cash book balance on 1st September before it was updated, before this was updated. So these were not entered. So we need to take this effect into this overdrawn balance. So 2015, we received this refund of 74 minus the bank charges 86, and 2003 that would be the cash balance before adjustments, and this would again be on the credit side because 2015 is overdrawn. So the correct answer option A, 2003 credit balance. Multiple choice 10. Sarah bought a motor vehicle on credit from Ace Motors for 8,000. Which general entity did Sarah? So this is important. You need to pay attention from which party or which perspective they're asking the question, or the examiner is asking the question. Make to record this. So Sarah bought a motor vehicle on credit. So debit motor vehicle, and credit. Since Sarah bought it from Ace Motors on credit, the Ace Motors is the party that needs to be paid $8,000 at some point in time. So you would look for this entry in your options. So Ace Motors motor vehicle, no, this is wrong. Bank, and no, they have not paid. It's on credit, so this is wrong. C debit motor vehicles and credit Ace Motors. Yes, this sounds very correct. Option C would be the correct answer for multiple choice 10. Multiple choice 11. The following incomplete account appears in Singh's sales ledger. So this is a Bashir's account in Singh's sales ledger. So Bashir is basically accounts or trade receivable for Singh. What was the balance on Bashir's account on 30th June? Since it is an accounts receivable, we would just draw a T account here. We can just draw a T account here. It had opening balance of $800. Then we did a sales of $620. Sales return of 30, sales and received $800 on 29th. So you would do the math in here, or the calculation is done here. You should have a debit balance here of 590. So correct answer for multiple choice 11 would be option B, 590 debit, because it's an accounts receivable. Accounts receivable have debit balances. Multiple choice 12. The following account appears in ledger of Chen. So there's this party Chen, and it has a Fu's account, and it can clearly tell you that this is an accounts payable. Why it is an accounts payable? Because it has an opening balance on the credit side, closing balance on the credit side, and it talks about purchases. So this is an accounts payable account. Which statement is true? So we will go through each statement and determine whether that's true as per the presented information or not. No, this statement isn't correct because this sounds like to Fu. So that's incorrect. Fu has to pay Chen $100 at the beginning. Chen paid Fu $100 by check on 28th August. Yeah, this is true. 28th August, bank $100 paid. So B is true. But we will go with option. But we will go through option C and D as well. Option C says Fu is a debtor of Chen. No, it's not a debtor. It's a creditor. That's absolutely wrong. Fu purchased goods $250 from Chen on 12th August. So Fu purchased. So Chen purchased goods worth of $250, not Fu. Therefore, the correct answer to multiple choice 12 would be option B. Multiple choice 13. A check received from Joe was credited to Joanna's account. So this is again about accounting errors. So this is talking about accounting errors. You should, if you do not know, you should read about different accounting errors that we have, and please familiarize yourself with different types of accounting errors. In this question, we need to identify which type of error was made. So this is a check which was received from Joe but was credited to Joanna's account. So basically, credit to wrong party account. Now, such an error is called error of commission. So option A would be the right answer for multiple choice 13. In May-June 2010, paper 1, compensating error was tested. Multiple choice 14. Paul's financial year ends on 31st December. He purchased premises on 1st July 2008. The insurance premium payable on premises was, so he has always been paying 1 year of insurance premium. So from 1st July 2008 to 30th June 2009, he paid $1,800. From 1st July to 2009 and 30th July to 2010, he paid $2,000. How much was transferred from insurance on premises account to income statement, profit and loss for the year ended 31st December 2009? Dates are very important. Please pay attention to dates in your exam. So the keyword here is total insurance expense for 2009. The question is asking you, what is the total insurance expense for 2009? So if you look at this, the year end is 31st December. From 1st July to 2008, there would be an year end at 31st December 2008. So half of the payment is prepaid for 2009. So 1800 times 0.5, 900 for the first half of 2009. So insurance expense for first half of 2009 is $900. Then for the second half of 2009, it would be 2000. So there would be 31st December 2009. So to calculate the insurance expense for second half of 2009, that would be 2000 times $0.5 thousand. You add them together, so 1000 plus $900, $1,900 is the total insurance expense for 2009. So option B is the correct answer for multiple choice 14. Multiple choice 15. A trader decides to change his provision for doubtful debts from 2% of trade receivables debtors to 3% of trade receivable debtors. So that basically means it goes from 2 to 3%. In other words, an increase of 1% in provision for, or the allowance rate. Which entry is made to record this? So in order to record the increase, you debit income statement and you credit the allowance or the provision. So this is what you are looking for in your options. And that is option C. Option A, B, and D are immediately wrong because option C matches our description in here. So option C is the correct answer for multiple choice 15. Multiple choice 16, a restaurant spends the following amounts. What is the amount of capital expenditure? So the keyword is capital expenditure. You need to understand what would be capital expenditure from each business perspective. So for taxi business, capital expenditure would be different, and for a restaurant, capital expenditure would be different. So let's look into the data here. What would be our capital expenditure? Cutlery, yeah, because that's for a long-term use. That would be our capital expenditure. Food, no, because food is a daily item. Food is what they are selling. This would be revenue expenditure. Plates, yes, this is going to be capital expenditure because they are going to be used for long-term for different customers. Same plates could be used for to serve different customers in restaurants. Drinks, again, this is a revenue expenditure because that's just an item that goes with the food. You might be ordering drinks along with the food. So two capital expenditures, cutlery and plates, 1500 plus 500 equals to $2,000 is our capital expenditure. Hence, option A is the correct answer for multiple choice 16. Multiple choice 17, Sam buys a new computer for business use and cost is debited to purchase account. So again, they debited to a wrong account. What is the effect of this error on profit for the year net profit and the non-current fixed assets? So fixed assets are immediately, you can immediately say fixed assets would be understated because they did not, because Sam did not record the new business computer in the asset account. He just recorded it in the purchases account, which is a wrong account. They should not be, Sam should not be recording it in the purchases account. So fixed assets are understated. So immediately you can come down to 50-50 because option A and option C are immediately eliminated. So it's either option B or option D. What would be the effect on net profit? Now you need to see what would be the effect on net profit because he debited the purchases account. If he debited the purchases account, so if he debited the purchases account, that means purchases are overstated. Purchases are overstated. So if purchases are overstated, that would immediately understate the gross profit, and understated gross profit would understate the net income. Therefore, option D would be the correct answer. Option D would be the correct answer for multiple choice 17. Multiple choice 18, Mendy depreciates her motor vehicle annually. Which journal entry records depreciation for the year ended 31st December? Depreciation is basically an expense, so that would be depreciation is basically an expense. That would be debit income statement, or depreciation expense, and credit provision or accumulated depreciation. So you need to search for such an option. Yeah, option A is the right answer for multiple choice 18 because it meets our definition very perfectly in this answer. Income statement, profit and loss, debit, and credit provision for depreciation of motor vehicles. Multiple choice 19. Zafar purchased a motor vehicle for $4,800. He estimated the residual value will be $300. So cost is $4,800. Residual value is $300. Zafar decided to write off the motor vehicle over 4 years. So life is 4 years. What would be the net book value of a motor vehicle after 2 years? So net book value is basically cost minus accumulated depreciation, and you need to calculate depreciation for 2 years. First, you will calculate the depreciation for each year, which I have done here. 4,800 minus 300 divided by 4, which is 1125 each year. To calculate the net book value, you would just take the cost 4,800 minus 2 years depreciation. That would be 1125 times 2, and you would get a net book value of 2,550. Hence, the correct option to multiple choice 19 is option D. Multiple choice 20, which will not appear in the sales ledger control account? Which will not appear in the sales ledger control account? So you need to answer which will not appear in the sales ledger control account. Discount allowed is in the sales ledger control account. Interest charged on overdue accounts, this is in sales ledger control account. Provision for doubtful debts, no. This is an account by itself. This is an account by itself. It's separate, and this is a contra asset account. This is a contra asset account. Option D, yes, this also is in the sales ledger control account. Hence, the correct answer for multiple choice 20 is option C. Multiple choice 21. Beth provided the following information. Net assets on 1st January 28,000, and then on 31st December it's 24,000. Her drawings during the year amounted $3,000. What was Beth's profit for the year? Net profit or loss for the year? Net loss. So they're kind of hinting that it's going to be net loss rather than net profit. But let's look into the information. So net assets at the beginning were 28,000, and at the year end they were 24,000. So there was a change of 4,000. So our beginning net assets was 28,000. We would plus either net income or net loss minus the drawings, which were $3,000, and then our ending, so this is opening, and our ending net assets were 24,000. So you would just do the math in here, the reverse math in here, and then you would get a net loss of $1,000 here. Hence the answer to this question is, or hence the answer to multiple choice 21 is option A. Multiple choice 22, what affects gross profit? So first thing immediately that you should think of, how do we calculate gross profit? Gross profit is the difference between sales revenue minus cost of goods sold. So so in order, that is either sales or cost of goods sold should be changed. Carriage outwards, it's not the correct option. Discount allowed is again not the correct option. Discount received again is not the correct option. Goods taken by owner for own use, yes, this reduces the inventory, and hence less is available for sale, which affects the sales revenue and cost of goods sold, and hence this would affect the gross profit. Multiple choice 23, which would not appear in balance sheet. Not appear in balance sheet. Carriage inwards accrued, yes, because this is a liability, this would appear in the balance sheet. Gross profit for the year, no, this is an income statement item. This is an income statement item. Provision for depreciation of fittings, yes, this is a balance sheet item. Rent received, receivable, prepaid, yes, this is a balance sheet item. Hence, the correct answer for multiple choice 23 is option B. Multiple choice 24, which appears in a sports club's receipts and payments account. So which appears in sports club's receipts and payments account. This is more like cash flow statement, cash flow statement of a trading business. So accrued expenses, no, this is an income and expenditure account. Accumulated fund, no, this is a balance, this comes from balance sheet. Bank balance, yes, that would be shown. Subscriptions and arrears, no, this is again a balance sheet item for a club's account. So the correct answer for multiple choice 24 is option C. Bank balance would appear in club's receipts and payment account. Multiple choice 25. On 1st January 2009, a club had received prepaid subscriptions of $560. During the year ended the 31st December 2009, the club received subscriptions of $8,480. On 31st December 2009, subscription owing to the club amounted to $400. Which amount should be shown for subscriptions in income and expenditure account for 2009? So in this question, this is very easy and simple question. You just need to sum up all these subscriptions, prepaid, received, and the owed amount. So 8,480 plus 560 plus 400, and then the total 9,440. So this is what is the correct answer for multiple choice 25. Multiple choice 26. A statement of affairs may be prepared when a trader has not maintained a complete set of accounting records, which is a similar to a statement of affairs. So we need to identify what, we need to see what statement of affairs is. Statement of affairs is a document outlining company's financial position. So you need to search for a similar option. Which financial statement? These are all, or which type of statement? Would be equivalent to a statement of affairs? And the answer to this question would be option A. The answer to this multiple choice 26 would be option A, balance sheet, because balance sheet refers to the financial position of the company. Multiple choice 27. A limited company provided the following information. So we have some information in here, and then what was the retained profit or loss account. So we need to calculate what would be the profit and loss from this piece of information. So we will be following accounting equation in here, that is assets equal to liabilities plus equity. We would determine our assets from this information. This is our asset, this is our asset, this is owner's equity, and this is liability. And we would put this information into the accounting equation. So assets 35,000 plus 30,000 is equals to 65,000, and liabilities plus equity 10,000 plus 40,000, which is equivalent to 50,000. The accounting equation should always be balanced. It should be equivalent to 65,000. So the difference here, the difference between 65 and 50,000 is 15,000. That is the balancing figure, and that is the correct option for multiple choice 27. Option 8, 15,000 would be our retained profit. Multiple choice 28. A multiple choice 28 is basically asking about working capital ratio or the current ratio. The formula for current ratio is current assets over current liabilities. By looking at this piece of information, we will determine our current assets and current liabilities, put them in the formula, and calculate the number. Stock is our current asset, trade receivable is our current asset, cash is current asset, trade payable is current liability, bank overdraft is current liability. You would sum the current assets and current liabilities, calculate this number, and you should arrive at 3.42. Hence, the correct answer to multiple choice 28 is option C. Multiple choice 29. Inventory stock at 31st December 2008 was overstated by 6,000. So my stock, my ending stock at 31st December at 2008 is overstated. What was the effect on gross profit for the 31st for the year ended 31st December 2000? Again, I would emphasize that you should pay attention to dates. It is asking me the effect on gross profit for 31st December 2009. So understanding the problem is important. Closing stock is overstated in 2008, effect on gross profit in 2009. So closing, since closing stock was overstated in 2008, this will become opening stock of 2009. Overstated opening stock will overstate the cost of goods sold for 2009 and hence understate the gross profit for 2009. So my gross profit would be understated by $6,000. Hence option B is the correct answer for multiple choice 29. Multiple choice 30. Assets and liabilities are recorded in accounts at the actual amount of the transaction. Which accounting principle is being applied? Again, this is a theoretical question. It's asking about accounting principle. And the accounting principle here they are referring to is historical cost, because historical cost, as the name says, the transactions are recorded at their cost. For example, fixed assets are recorded at their purchase price. Therefore, the correct answer to multiple choice 30 is historical cost. Again, I would repeat these tips. These are important. You should read the question very carefully. You should highlight the keywords because they will help you understand the problem. And then you try to do 50-50. You try to do 50-50. If 50-50 doesn't work, then you try to make educated guess. Most of the times you can do 50-50 by understanding the question properly and highlighting the keywords. Thank you for watching this video and continue learning accounting. If you find this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.